Welcome to the Nameless Voices podcast, the third best Yu-Gi-Oh! Based podcast run by a furry. My name is Nanashi, I will be your host, and I apologize in advance for whatever this is going to be. Starting off with our guests, we have Commando Xpando, who once again doesn't have anything to say.
Ohio.
There we go. Next up in the list, we have Keisetsu making a return appearance.
I'm terrible at introductions. I do not apologize.
Good enough for me. Next up, we have the headmaster of the New Obsidian Duel Academy, Lady Sarisa.
All you base are belong to us.
They certainly do. Next up, we have our recurring migraine and lovable little friend, Mimikyu. Okay, didn't expect that. Next up, we have our first-time guest, Noctic.
G'day. G'day.
We have our returning guest, who goes through more name changes than I go through pairs of socks, Ritual Mommy.
You know what I'm here for.
And
Cactus
finally,
Jack sent me.
and finally, we have our birthday boy, Yugiyosh.
Thank you, but that was yesterday.
I'm fully aware. We're going to be starting a new thing, starting with you, where I read off every birthday that's going to be happening in the next month in our Discord server. So if anybody has a birthday in the month of November, say it now.
Oh shit, I have one on the 30th.
Do I have to say you already said it for me?
Nah, you're good, man. I think we've covered you well enough.
Mine is November 10th, next Tuesday.
Okay, what was that, Commando?
Mine is November 10th, next Tuesday.
Cool. Happy early
Nice.
birthday, man.
Sarisa, tell me yours. I know exactly what I'm going to do for it.
It's the last day of this month.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Tori's birthday is on the 30th.
This is
Happy
brilliant.
early birthday.
I know what to do, Tori.
Probably giving me a headache in my Discord server.
I promise nothing. All I'll say is you'll either hate me for it, or yeah, you'll hate me for it either way. It doesn't matter what I say.
More than likely.
Sounds about right. All right,
Thank you.
so I'm assuming that's everybody that has a birthday coming up this month. If anybody else knows of anyone else in the server who does, say it loud and say it proud, I guess. But other than that, is there anything else going on in anybody's daily life?
Wait.
Chaos, boredom, both.
My project workload just keeps on growing.
Oh, I bet.
I feel like I don't have no time to do it all.
I'm starting to, like, after a while, I'm going to start to look for work again.
Oh, good. Yeah, the job market should be opening up thanks to the, what is it called now? The Wu Flu?
Chinese flu year.
The COVID.
I don't know.
It's got like a dozen names now, I think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The
I
sad
remember
part is
someone calling it the Kung Flu.
Oh, I love that.
I've heard of that. Actually, me and my friends call it that. But the problem is the work's hard right over here because the amount of times I found jobs that have been rejected from them because of either them not telling me or because of Chinese flu year happening, not really going well.
All right. Nothing's going on with me either. I work pretty much every night and every day. I work every night and sleep every day, so I don't really have much time to think about stuff. And I haven't really felt like making any new videos lately because A, the COVID's kind of keeping me indoors, so I can't even test my stuff at my locals, and B, there's nothing new or interesting coming out in the upcoming sets that I'm really wanting to grab except some of the new Tri-Brigade cards.
What about mutants?
Alright, I need to pick
Mutants
up
are fun.
Monarchs again.
I've
Them
seen
dead
after playing with Mimikyu, I've found that mutants might have some potential.
I love the change of tone you took halfway through that, saying that.
Well, I don't even touch them. Mimi's the one that's been touching them.
Mimi's been touching them all over.
Oh,
Can,
dear
can we please stop talking about touching with two women here?
I just saw the other person touch them.
Why stop at women?
Giggity.
You're lucky I have a preference.
Mhm.
Anyway, what?
This is a slow-moving car crash, I swear.
What in the Blue Eyes White Dragon?
Okay,
It's
so
not even just a standard car crash; it's a flying car crash where everything looks like semi-planes, but they're actually cars, and they're just crashing into each other and falling down to the ground.
Jesus, take the
So
wheel.
the Viacroid archetype.
Yes.
Exactly.
I should play
Um,
vehicle.
okay, let's just go down this list of stuff. Phantom Rage drops today. Is anyone else
Wait,
investing
does
in
it
this?
actually?
No.
I had
That's
no money.
Right.
I want to get the Phantom Knight stuff, but y'all already know what I'm trying to save my money for.
Yeah.
Well, I have a PK Fire deck IRL, so maybe I'll pick some stuff up, but I don't know.
I'm planning on
I
I
making
have
don't
that.
even know
Phantom
what's in the
Knights.
set.
The
I've
Phantom Knight Raid Raptor
considered it.
crossover support, Tri Brigade cards. And that's really all that I remember.
Double A
Virtual
Zeus.
World.
Oh yeah, Double A Zeus. Mutants.
I might go for the virtual worlds. They seem really interesting.
Oh yeah,
But I haven't really
Datascape.
picked them up too much.
The only thing that interests me is the Finance Rare Raptor stuff because the fact they've meshed them into one, which has kind of been done before, but now it's officially a thing with Raiders wearing it out. I'll be honest with you. I love Fan Knights to death. They're like my favorite dark archetype next to Raid Raptors, ironically. But Bardi should have stayed banned.
Yeah, if they're gonna let Bardiche stick around, they gotta hit something in their archetype to slow it down. Like maybe hit
Well-
Fogblade.
Honestly, Fallblade doesn't really do anything enough to really impact the game. It's just a stick around in permanence, which can be out pretty easily. So Fallblade would do nothing for it. I wouldn't hit Silent Boots because he's pretty much essential to the deck, and if Fan Knights players don't have any more than 2 Silent Boots, then they're kind of in the shit.
And I mean, have you ever heard of a person that only wears one boot?
I'm not gonna deal about that.
Okay, so after that, next week we have Maximum Gold dropping. Do we even have a list of everything coming out in that?
I wasn't
My
paying attention,
knowledge.
honestly.
I know that someone mentioned that. I know another Yugi tuber. I don't remember which one said that we're getting new mutant cards. Thankfully.
Oh,
Mutant
okay.
There's also
cards.
gonna be
I've been actually running the mutant archetype. I've run it in 3 different decks I've built. I've got mutant Shadows, mutant Invoker, and mutant.
Danger.
No, it's another fusion one. That
No, but I don't think there's a full list, but I can answer what it basically has.
If you don't care to
It
just
has-
real quickly.
Okay, basically a bunch of iconic cards like Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician,
Right.
some reprints, and extra cards for archetypes like Nibiru, Phantasme, and then archetypes like Dragon Maid and
Dragon
Eldritch.
Oh yeah,
Some
Dragon Maid. Oh, that's good.
Reliable monster. And also reprints like Rusty Barge, Brawl Sword, Dryden, Chakanine, and then and then they also printed out some cards that just came off the ban list, like Feather Duster. And
Oh,
then it's a lot of there are a bunch of cards for archetypes that were just given a little leeway, like frogs and monarchs.
Cool.
And then Barrier Statue.
Oh
What
yeah,
a
I
fun
remember
one.
that one.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a very general set. It's actually quite worth if you just want to test your luck on what you can pull to use for the meta.
All right. Well, on the week after that, we got the Charmer Structure deck. Anyone interested in that at least?
No.
no money.
I haven't played
Let's move
Yu-Gi-Oh in
on.
months, honestly, because COVID.
Fair.
I mean,
Charmer
Charmer.
was being released that day.
I mean, Charmer's just kind of boring, in my opinion. There's like, okay, Book of Tayo. That's it. That's what I saw Charmer's as.
To be fair, Charmers can be kinda splashed into decks because their trap that pulls new ones out of the deck is semi-generic. It just needs any monster to be destroyed, and then you can just pull one. So the concept is kind of cool if it could be made into an engine, but as a deck, they don't do anything too interesting.
The
No, they don't.
mutants fusion summon from the banished pile. They're actually really fun to use. Getting their big guy mutant Ultima out is like near impossible though, because it requires you to get one of each of the 3 mutant level 8s out.
No, not necessarily. You can actually
Just
use
3 of them.
You can actually use one of their other fusion monsters to get it out too.
Yeah. But
Then at that point-
3 differently named mutant level 8 or higher mutant monsters are needed for mutant Ultima, and it's a total utter nightmare though. But the way they play is they run these really tiny, like really weak mutants, and they're effective when they're played, which will banish themselves, and then a card in your hand. And depending on what card they banish, activates a different effect.
Mimi, is there someone specifically you're telling this to? Because I think we all basically know the general gist of mutants.
I was just like, I know some of the audience might not know about the new archetypes. I was just trying to.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I was wondering because it's like we're all Yu-Gi-Oh players. I think we know the gist of how mutants work, and if we don't, where have we been?
Yeah.
Right.
Basically, they have small monsters that easily play into the big monsters that have varying effects dependent on what you discard, along with taking them off the field. And then the big monsters have big disruption effects dependent on which one it is and what type of card your opponent plays. And then the fusion cards, some of them have negates, and then they have float.
Right. Let's see. After the Charmer structure, we got Genesis Impact dropping in December 4th.
What's even in that set? I haven't been paying attention, truth be said.
Genesis Impact. What one was that again?
I have no idea.
No idea.
I've been too busy messing with Crystal Eldritch.
Give me a second. I'll look it up real quick. I can probably find it real quick. Genesis Impact. God, you know it's not going to be that interesting of a set if Genesis Impact cannot be recalled.
No.
Oh, well, they have Diatrons and Magistus, and some stuff for Endymion.
Oh, right. Magistus.
And the Evil Life Twins.
Right, the twins. Okay, so it's Drytron, the twins,
this
and
actually sounds like the best one of the 3.
Some Endymion stuff too.
Okay, so
Drytons are the best out of them all, and a lot of ritual players will be excited to play those.
Okay.
Yes, ritual players.
Okay, Light Twin looks fun.
Drytron, just your regular run-of-the-mill ritual deck.
Of course it is.
I love how we couldn't remember what was in the set, and so many people would be excited for that set.
Wait, what's on Genesis Impact again?
Genesis Impact is going to have Drytron and Live Evil Twins, and what was the other one again? God, what is wrong with us today? My brain is not working.
I just have an excuse.
30. Well, I'm still like high on freaking birthday food, so there's that.
Fair enough.
Running sugar high, baby.
Mimi's still waking up. Mimi hasn't even taken her meds today.
Well, let's just be blunt. Genesis Impact's only real valuable attribute, as far as I can tell, is that it's going to come with a new ritual support engine archetype.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just agree on that.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Especially since the spells are so valuable, because they don't ritual summon based on level; they ritual summon based on attack,
which is a cool concept. I just wish the ritual monsters they themselves had were better.
What?
They're ritual.
Swear to God, if I see someone at locals trying to mix Cyber Dragon,
they're pretty decent.
And Dryton, I'm going to fucking fine you.
I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying, like, I don't see any interest in playing them as a deck.
I don't know. They seem pretty potent. Very combo centric.
Seems like it, but I just don't see it.
If you want to religiously run them themselves, you're kind of gonna have to run the ritual, the what are those dev rituals?
Oh,
the ones that summon themselves by revealing a ritual spell or ritual monster.
Yeah, they're called incantations.
you would have to run the actual ritual monsters of that archetype
Wait,
with
what was
the
that?
ritual to play Dryton as the primary archetype.
No, what was that other one? Those Earth ones. What were they? What were they called?
Megalith. Oh, you mean oh yeah.
Oh, the
Megalith
megaliths?
definitely
Megalith in there, yeah.
I would actually that's a solid idea.
Megaliths have always been a
kind of-
fascinating archetype, but they kind of needed Block
The ar-
Dragon to be any good. Maybe Drytron will change that.
Well, the problem is
They'll definitely change that because they don't have a ritual spell of their own. And any of the if they ritual summon them when you initiate the ritual using one of the ritual monsters, most of the ritual monsters have less than 2,000 attacks, so you can literally just tribute off one of the generic Dryton monsters for it.
Yeah, that seems pretty good. What were you about to say, Keisetsu?
Yes.
What were you about to say
Drytron
earlier,
Megalith,
Keisetsu?
that's where it's at.
I was just saying, the problem is, Block Dragon, yes, it helped the Megalith, but the thing is, Block Dragon started so much unfair advantage for Emancipators and shit, that it kind of had to go regardless of what...
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm saying that the collateral damage of Block Dragon disappearing hurts so many decks that needed it.
I mean, you can argue that...
It'll come
Granite-
back when that Emancipator's banned. Oh wait, no it won't.
Not
Look,
anymore.
you can argue that
Block Dragon was
Granite
such
Loyalist,
a
or it's
good
called,
name.
Gallic
Yeah.
Granite, does help as well, but Block Dragon, it was just kind of there to just help with things like Gem
I don't think
Knights.
anyone's really
Wait.
complaining about Block Dragon being banned, though.
I don't think anyone's complaining except people who are using it.
Ooh, yeah.
Like
I'm trying to remember. Isn't there another rock monster coming up in this upcoming set that's supposed to help them, but not?
Nibiru, the primordial being.
No, the
No.
newest one. It's
Yeah,
no
Nibiru,
idea.
never before release.
right.
Can
Uh,
I mention something about Drytron?
yeah,
ahead.
we just Drytron's a cool archetype, but I don't think it's going to be a playable deck, which is a shame because I kind of want to play it as one.
Oh, like a playable
Actually,
soul.
I'd like to agree to disagree because I know
Yeah, I
someone
would
that's been
like to.
avidly testing them out on EDL Pro before their initial release. They
Bakura.
also have
You know
a
what? I
ritual
agree with
spell
you,
that can
disagree.
ritual summon any ritual monster. It's not Dryton specific, so they've literally used it in so many different variants of types of decks where they've literally was able to go, here, have this Blue Eyes ultimate ritual monster, whatever, or just like any type of general deck where they would either steal your monsters or have like a board of negate or just anything. Just so many different variants of ways to play Dryton. They're more versatile than any ritual deck I've ever seen in my entire life. And when this person was playing them, I would be playing, like, for example, my Winwich invoked artifacts, and I would be struggling against this individual so much against this deck. And this person's their latest variant, which I can't remember what it is right now, has been having such a high win rate that I think personally, if people invested more in how they work, this one could be one of those decks that can actually appear in YCSs and regionals.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
Also,
It'd be the new Blackwing.
Also,
Maybe I'll
Windwitch.
Oh, that echo is beautiful.
go ahead, Commando.
Sounds like a fucking
Windwitch. I've been trying to test a Stardust Windwitch variant with the new support.
What?
Oh, yeah, I've been meaning.
Oh
to test
yeah,
them
the
out.
new Windwish support. I completely forgot about that.
I haven't. I've been meaning to test those out myself.
Okay, well before we go any farther, MellowFellowVA has joined us. How's it going, man?
Yo,
What up?
tired.
Wiki.
Yeah. It do be like that.
Yeah.
I've just had to sleep off some anesthetic. How are you guys?
I slept off coffee, and now I have big headache.
Mimi is ooh and woo.
I need tea.
I need a wife.
Yeah, I drink tea as well. I prefer
I need
tea,
a
but I had
raise.
coffee because it was necessary.
Fair enough.
Getting back to the topic at hand, Genesis Impact is likely just going to be used to get Drytron. But if you really think that it's going to be a worthwhile deck, I'll give him another look. Maybe I missed something.
It's because it is. It's good. Remember? Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, y'all remember that time when Necros were tier 0 and now they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farfa covered that.
That's pretty wacky if you think about it.
I can imagine them being part of the Drytron.
If anyone wants to know the reason why,
that's some spicy power creep.
That is some real spicy power.
Oh my
creep.
god! Don't.
would've
I hear
thought the
power
game
creep
would
and immediately
actually
think of like Pokemon.
Gotta catch him up, Pokemon.
Yeah.
No, not the game, the card game.
I killed them all.
Let's just skip to the Dragoonity and fucking Dragoonity and Ice Barrier decks.
That was actually going to be number
excited for like anyone. Who else is excited for more legacy archetype support?
Dude, I actually had that stuff on the list. It was next on the
Keep
list.
the Thunder Dragon like stuff coming.
Oh,
I would give me Super Quantums.
Wait,
please.
you did, Nanashi?
Yeah, like I said, I had a list of stuff pre-prepared. I was going to mention Legendary Duelist Season 2's dropping on January 22nd, Blazing Vortex on February 5th, and Ice Barrier Structure on the 19th of February.
Yeah, that.
I'm glad Konami's finally chilling.
Next year is just going to be such a
No,
nostalgic
don't say
year.
it.
You can
Shut
tell.
up.
Oh God.
I'm glad Konami is finally chilling out.
I literally
not
had
giving
you.
You had the option.
We're all too tired for this.
Those words before you said them, and you chose to say them anyway.
Yeah,
I know, right?
You guys don't have to be so cold about my puns.
Well, if your puns were better, we wouldn't have to be.
I'm so glad I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And started playing the Digimon trading card game by Bandai.
God damn
My
it.
fucking Christ, dude. That's actually on the list, too. Their cards are now on sale on TCG Player.
Yeah, I know.
Mello just nuts to that.
I mean, I stopped playing.
No, the pre-sale starts on the 27th.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I will look into it, actually. The problem is, though, I'm too broke to get Tabletop Simulator.
You're too broke to buy a $6 game on G2A.
Some people
my financial situation is ass. Leave me alone.
I'm sure you could overdraft your fucking bank account by £1.
I'm not going into fucking overdraft for a card game. I'm not that much of a virgin, alright?
And get hit with a $40
You don't have to be a virgin to have no life.
Bro,
be surprised.
I can agree with Keisetsu.
Or whatever. Consideration. Man's be poor, you know. Man's just be poor. And that's okay. We don't
Shit,
judge.
I'm poor. I can't help that, can I?
Okay, Mello, knock off the Papa Berto impression.
Keisetsu, it's a reasonable.
I'll put it away. I'll put it away.
I'll shove the harmonica up your arse.
I'll put it away.
3 days a week.
Most musical ass in existence.
Just only eat 3 days.
I've heard of musical farts, but that's ridiculous.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so, aside from the Digimon card game, anything else card game related?
Harmonic Buttocks.
I know
That's gonna be a show title, Harmonic Buttocks.
I say Keisetsu loses.
Wait,
fuck, how much is a 4-pack of tabletop? I'll just buy it for people if people don't.
Okay, buy it for me.
What was the question, Nanashi? I missed the last part.
I was just going to ask if anybody has anything other card game related that isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! Worth talking about, because I'm still waiting for a couple of...
Legends drops next week.
Magic the Gathering is still a bad card game.
Well, yeah.
It's not a bad card game.
Bro, Commander Legends drops next week.
Can I just say, in relation to what Mello just said, I will send him pictures of my feet for Tabletop Simulator.
All right, calm down.
I'm gonna have to comment on.
When can I expect it in the NSFW chats, boys?
About
that's where the gamers are at.
I'd like to comment on Mimi's comment about Magic the Gathering being a bad card game. I have to say that is actually inaccurate.
That is
Magic the Gathering.
It's actually the worst card game ever made.
Ah. Man of taste.
Well, the thing is, it's been successful for like 20 years now, I think. So it must
A
have been
bit
something,
over
right?
20 years.
Yeah, but
20 years,
like, are gotcha games really games though?
What's this about chickens?
Gotcha games.
I'm
like
comparing Magic the Gathering to gotcha games, okay? That is what I'm doing right now.
I thought they were just 1-on-1 to begin with.
I've gotten into a couple new card games.
Title of this podcast is going to be MTG Gotcha Games.
I love how everything kind of just
How's that
derails.
Everything
already.
derailed when MellowFellow joined.
Explain how you made
Stupid English people and their derailment.
I think this conversation was already
national racist.
Yeah, but like it's.
I'm from the UK. I get to say that.
Yeah.
Personally, I've been
Explain
playing Old
to me
Maid.
how you make the comparison that MTG is a gacha game. Like,
Right, I'm just making a fucking joke, dude.
Like, I'm trying to think what format would be most fitting for that sort of.
What format would be
comparison?
most fitting?
Commando.
I've gotten into
Because
a
it's
new...
set rotation.
All the formats are so freaking different, though.
Because it's set rotation and they make you buy more.
You'll always play Highland under my god rules.
You have eternal formats like Legacy, Vintage, and Commander.
I know, but who actually plays those?
Everyone plays Commander. Literally, most of their marketing has become Commander focused.
Okay, I will be honest with you. I'm just talking out my ass. I've never played MTG in my life.
Seriously, that's
I
why
will admit to you. I will admit to you that I haven't. So my opinion on it really doesn't matter.
I'll talk real quick about.
Personally, I've been playing Old Maid competitively online.
There's one. There's one.
Who even plays Magic the Gathering?
Hang on, guys. Let Nautic talk. I want him to have a minute to explain this because I'm actually kind of curious.
There's a card coming out in Commander Legends. It's called Obeka, Tireless Chronologist, and she is 1 red, blue, black for a ogre wizard. I can't remember what her power and toughness is, but her effect is basically you can tap her. Player may end the turn.
I tap that.
Effect.
Wait, what?
What? No, it doesn't.
Tap her. The current player may enter the turn. And
wait.
I've started brewing with her as a commander because she's Grixis, which is red, blue, black, and I've been brewing Grixis since about February this year.
Wait, do you mean ending your turn or the next player's turn?
Well, any player. The player's whose turn it currently is may end their turn. Now it's a May effect, so it's the turn player's option to.
I think
So
it's
you can tap her, and the player can just say, "No, I don't want to."
I think it's gonna make people want to end their own lives instead.
Also,
well, no, you see, in Magic, you have these certain cards that have effects that they trigger during the end step, and she can pretty much get around them.
Neat.
Well, shit.
So,
top simulator giveaway
attack, which is 2 and a red.
I will claim you first,
Its
Mallow.
effect says pay 1 red. You can put a creature from your hand into play, so it cheats mana cost. But you sacrifice the creature at the beginning of the next end step. Now you see with Obeka in play, you can tap her at the start of the end step when the trigger is put on the stack. Now when you end the turn, it exiles all effects that are currently on the stack. So the minute that effect enters the stack, you tap Obeka so that it exiles that effect. You keep the monster regardless. So you can essentially cheat anything into play. Now the other
run really risky or costly stuff in order to, and then just use her to end the turn in order to prevent any of that from happening. So basically, it's like negating. It's like negating a monster's effect that would have it send itself to the graveyard if something happened, like how people are using Red Eye's Flare Metal Dragon with this light monster. There was an FTK for like a week that some guy was doing on YGO Pro, and he would basically use Summon Sork to summon the Light Fairy requires 2 tribute monster, and its effect goes that if you take point down, if you take burn damage, send this card to the graveyard, and they would negate its effects, and then they would summon regular metal, and then they would get an effect out of you to activate and then it would cause a chain.
Oh, right. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
That was back when Summon Slut existed, though, so we don't have anything to worry about now.
Summon Slut's gone now. But I'll just finish off real quick here.
Are you guys?
And that's so like what I've been doing with what most people do with her is they then run a reanimator theme. So they just basically say, well, we'll have these cards that we'll self-mill ourselves, you know, and have these reanimator themes to like bring them out of our graveyard. It doesn't matter if it says until the end of turn or something, because you can just ignore it. And but the thing is, there's just other Grixis commanders that sort of do that thing but better. So I'm sort of leaning more towards because she can turn red extra turn spells into Time Walks, which is a power 9 banned card. Literally, Time Walk is worth about, I'd say on a low end, around $5,000.
Damn.
But there's these red
first edition tour guide.
Shut up.
One's called Final Fortune, and it's 2 red, and it says take another extra turn after this one. At the end of that turn, you lose the game. Now you see, she can get around that downside. She can just say you can, as soon as that effect hits the stack, you can exile it. You don't lose the game.
My brain just quit.
There's a combo with it where you can take infinite extra turns, because there's a card called Isochron Scepter, and it's a 2-drop artifact with imprint. So when it enters the battlefield, you exile a instant from your hand, and then you can tap it once during each of your turns to play that, to make a copy of that spell and play it for free. And you see the loop here. You can tap it.
Yeah.
It creates a Final Fortune copy.
Ooh.
You then end your turn. You take another one. You end that turn. Take another one. Yeah.
God, I hate combos like that.
And that's another.
Was it Keisetsu?
As far as combos go, it's got a lot of points of interruption.
Was it Keisetsu who said he'd send me feet pictures for
God, I
tabletop?
love
Sorry, I bought it.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Alright, here you go.
Wait, what?
He actually got it for you.
Here you go.
No, you didn't. No, you did not. No, you didn't.
And now you're his.
Now you owe him feet pics.
Oh God! No, you did not just do that. You did not just do that.
You're now his chair. You are now his foot slut. How do you feel?
Please don't tell me this is real.
It's real.
Disposable income.
Share them.
Oh.
Share them for science.
If anybody wanted tabletop, I could just fucking buy it for him now.
I don't know if I have it or not.
We all
is an adult, Corey.
PC.
Only
This is the best
only
live.
physically.
This is the best one
My
we've
God.
had.
This is already the best podcast episode we have, and I am upset because it involves
I'm
feet.
trying to get suicidal. What do I feel about this?
Everyone
Digimon. That's what this is all about.
Keisetsu, how do you feel that your feet now belong to him?
Oh God.
Strangely horny right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
All you base belong to us. It's all
This
your
is
feet
why I'm
belong to us.
This is why my persona is a fucking. This is why my persona is a fucking pony fox. I don't have to worry about feet.
You just
What
hoof
are
it.
they?
Yeah, you just hoof it, Nanashi.
Well, the rest of us
Exactly.
are all
Well,
like,
it's simple now, Nashi. That's because
I'm
you
like an
spend
ancient
pause.
force of this server. I come in unpredictable. I just show up after not speaking for 2 years.
and then we
Come
can
out
shit on you
later.
later.
Swing it. I like it.
Oh
I like
my-
the style.
Oh, for God's
And then
sake!
I
What
just
am
buy someone I don't know tabletop.
Oh,
Guys,
I thought you
guys,
were
I
just
got-
straight up buying feet pics real quick. You know.
I
Yeah, how do you feel knowing that you're hold on, how much it
He's a foot
cost?
slut.
Your feet costed me £7.26. How do you feel?
No, Nanashi, what's the next topic?
Well, since everyone got their card game stuff out of the way, I thought I'd get my other card game stuff out of the way.
I'm really sorry for derailing the conversation.
You're fine. As it happens, tabletop simulator is kind of related to what I'm talking about because it's the only way to play fucking White Shorts online.
Buy and sell online PC games.
Fuck that right in the ass.
What's this one?
I literally just bought it on G2A.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, back to what I was trying to say.
They do have some pretty cheap games on there.
I can't argue that. But back to what I was trying to say.
Okay, so should I take them now?
Take them after the show.
No, go fucking meme. I don't want to see your fucking feet.
Now, hang on a second. There was a deal that was made, regardless if you want to take part in it or not.
No, now I'm being generous. He can keep his feet.
Is this even prostitution?
Well, you know.
Oh man, I've got a lot of people to block by the end of this.
Should we take a 5-minute break here, or
No. Go to the next topic. We're good.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm a fucking master of comedy. I'm
Master of
sorry.
comedy.
You're my favorite person to accept that.
Yes.
Well, anyways, let's go ahead and get back to the topic then. Like I was going to say, Tabletop Simulator happens to be related to me because it's the only decent way I've been able to find to play the White Shorts card game online.
Yeah, I knew.
Nothing else works. Nothing else works.
Yeah.
Programmers,
what are you doing with
I
your
wish
time?
White Shorts had an
It makes
automatic
a
sim, to be honest, or like a manual sim or something, like Dueling Book or
No,
whatever.
you would be like fucking like floored by how supported Digimon has been this entire time on tabletop.
All right, well,
I've never
Like,
learned to play
they literally have a
card game.
script that will import decks you make on this website onto tabletop.
I have never played the Digimon card game.
you
Yeah,
might want to
it's
give it
fun.
a try.
It does the Chrono Clash like memory system. It's fun.
Uh-oh, we
Wait,
lost,
what's happened?
Commando.
Commando.
Well,
He expanded too hard.
Couldn't handle the foot bit.
he expanded too far.
Blame it
when
on
you
feet.
when you
and
expand
he's
so
back.
hard,
Sorry,
you
Welcome
then
back.
go into the fourth dimension.
Sorry, guys, it blanked out.
Did you
for a
go
bit.
into the fourth dimension?
Yes, and I pulled out 2 tuners to summon Red Nova Dragon.
That boring card.
Anyways,
You waste your Axel
Crystron
synchro
summoned
on
Black
that.
Rose Dragon.
no, they want to go beyond and go Delta Access.
Pay $5 to synchro summon this monster.
I mean, that's how much the Synchro Monster costs, so why would I care?
It is pay to win, so.
And it pretty much is. I hate that that's the way that this game's come. That's why I'm starting to trend into White Shorts, because no matter what deck I pick, it still stands something of an equal chance of winning. Or at the very least, I don't die in a single turn.
Agreed.
Card
I
games,
feel the same
Legends
way.
of Runeterra.
Can I say
Legends of
something?
Runeterra. Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, Tori.
Sarisa, you
What
were going to
is
say
it?
something?
One card Crystal Beast. Enough said.
Yeah, tell me about it. That's definitely enough said.
There should be a one-card Rainbow Dragon.
No, thank you.
No.
Anyways,
I use it for synchro.
if I may take the mic for a couple of minutes and talk about White Shorts, where I'm getting more interested in it. The Overlord deck is officially out, and the most expensive card in that entire set is a signed copy of the wife. What is her name?
Albedo.
Albedo, thank you.
No, it's not Albedo, it's Albedo.
As far as I'm aware, it's Albedo, but okay.
Albedo.
Well, correct it. It's Albedo.
Okay, fine. Albedo. Apparently, there is a copy of Albedo signed by her voice actor that is worth $750.
You'd be
My
surprised
God.
on.
And that's
You'd be
still
surprised.
cheaper than first edition tour guide.
You'd actually be surprised because how many people have like a crush on her voice alone. It's actually kind of funny.
That is true. But if you go,
How many steps
there's
are-
signed copies of her. There's signed copies of Ainz. There's signed copies of a lot of the main characters.
Honestly, I'd buy the Ainz card just to give it to somebody else.
I kind of want to buy a copy of the
Oh my
structure and make
God.
something decent out of that.
Because like that feels like that's a collector's item more than it is a card.
Yeah, the funny thing
It's a
is,
collector's item, to be honest.
the signed Ainz card is only about $100. At least it was when I checked it the other day. Other than that, Adventure Time is going to be dropping in about 2 weeks.
It's not a very good event.
Oh, for what is it called? For White
It's not a very good time either.
Did I miss much? I just got back.
Nah,
I just
we were
realized
just
I have
talking
the
White
money
Schwartz.
to get the deck now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just talking about how Tomb of Nazarick, Overlord's officially out. Adventure Time drops in 2 weeks. I still haven't looked at those cards, and I need to.
Oh yeah, I could get
They
White
should
Schwartz
add
on
Common
TTS.
Rider.
Forgot.
They should
Oh,
add
God.
Common Rider to it.
Oh wait,
They
what the
they
heck's
won't
that
be able
deck
to.
doing
They're
again?
not going
I
to be
doubt
able
they
to. Toei's
will.
gonna
For the tile.
Yeah, Toei's gonna be a bit of a dick with it because copyright issues are a bit more prevalent nowadays. Like YouTube and shit, so Toei are gonna be a lot worse about it when it comes to games like White Schwartz or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
How
they
they go-
support their Common Rider YouTubers. They actually go out and say, "We'll protect you from copyright from other like music groups and stuff." You know,
Well,
That
they're
is
bound to
awesome.
be entirely fair.
like
Go ahead.
as far as I know, Toei's actually been really chill about.
Well, I mean, if Kamara does come to White Schwartz, props, but honestly, Kamara's only in Battle Spirits to my understanding, card game related, but seeing White Schwartz would be cool, because I do want to get into White Schwartz because I've been watching some of Nashi's videos, and she's been getting to White Schwartz a lot more because of it, so yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got the White Schwartz because of you.
Well, I appreciate
I'm
that.
down.
That actually makes me feel amazing. If I
Yeah,
had a little bit more...
I saw your...
No.
White
Yeah, I-
Schwartz has a Shino meta or
the meta changes pretty frequently. That's the strange part. Like,
Well,
whatever is popular the most is usually the meta, but you can beat the most powerful decks in the game. Okay, this is going to sound dumb, but I actually have it recorded on a replay video. I played against my wife. I had a simple starter deck, I think it was the Gurren Lagann trial deck, which was basically everything that happens in Season 1 before Episode 8. I'm going to stress that.
Something about the spirals.
Before that. It's like everything that happens from Episode 1 to 7. I beefed up that trial deck with like an extra $10, and the trial deck itself was like $25. And my wife has the top tier signed print copies of certain decks. She has signed copies and top tier copies of Kill the Kill cards. She has the top tier Kill the Kill deck, or the top tier version at the
I
time.
thought she had the Persona deck.
She has that too. She has a trial deck, but she has the top tier handcrafted Kill the Kill deck. And
Oh damn!
I mean, you can own more than one deck. And
Yeah,
I managed to
fair
beat
enough.
it. I managed to get lucky and beat
Well,
it.
I found out White Schwartz because my friend recommended it to me. I found some
'Cause you got
YouTubers
lucky.
who I saw YouTubers play it, and the first video I watched from White Schwartz was actually your video on your Batman Ninja Castle deck profile. I watched that and I was like, because I saw that, I thought, I guess this YouTuber, sorry, I apologize for that.
It's
I
fine.
looked into it a bit more. I realized that you were obscene. I thought, oh god, Tony knows this person. So,
Wait, also in high
so I
school?
watched it. I fell in love with the whole theme of White Schwartz. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sub there much more because I do like her content and I do like the character you use for like your avatar and stuff, which is very nice.
Thank you. You can thank Die for Monarchy, or Die for Mon, as she's known on Twitter. She's a phenomenal artist over in Germany.
I watched my first Nanashi video over 3 years ago.
Yeah, I
watched
should
my
mention that you
first
are also
Nanashi
the art.
video over 5 years ago.
I remember
how
my
the
first
times
comment.
have changed.
I was asking for a relinquished deck tech, which I still haven't got.
I tried, okay? I cannot get Relinquished to work for me in any
neither could I,
context.
so I don't blame you.
Well, I made an okay Relinquish deck, but like most deck recipes, I somehow learned I forgot them because I made some decks like Relinquish. I made Shark a pretty
It's
good
because it's
rifle.
forbidden knowledge.
Well, that until you still remember how the fuck I made it.
Well,
I'm still trying to
Bro,
remember how I
honestly,
made
my
my demise.
It went from being something moderately interesting to just being Relinquish Black Illusion Ritual, your triple pre-prepper rights, and the rest was just hand traps.
I
Like,
made a
Yeah.
really good Dark Magician deck years ago.
Oh, really? Let me guess. It
yeah.
involved Internal Soul?
No, actually, it didn't.
What?
Actually, wait. It did, but I didn't rely on it. I relied more on going into draw power in order to make it to Ayatamias.
Okay.
Oh
that's
wait,
kinda cool.
what's that new pot card? Pot of what? What's it called?
Pot of
Banish.
wannabe duality.
It's Banish duality.
Pot of duplicity or something.
Yeah, something like that.
It's extravagance, but worse.
It's
like
extravagance,
my opinion on
It's
like
it's better. It's better.
It's like if somebody took
way better.
Took duality and extravagance.
The only drawback is you cannot draw after.
Well,
and your opponent takes half damage for the turn.
You can search. The banishing isn't random, and it allows you to reveal up to 6 cards. Which 6 cards is with a 40 card deck. That's more than an eighth of your deck revealed.
That's actually pretty good. And not to mention, you're starting out with your draw hand of 35 cards.
Can I
dependent on the monsters that you banish, like as I said,
you need to be more assertive.
Okay, so what were you gonna say?
Whatever.
Can I just say that I feel about this new pot card same way I feel about most pot cards.
It needs to be smoked.
That
this pot isn't really a pot, it's a tutor.
But my point being is, I'm on the same boat as pot extravagance. It's good or bad depending on what deck you run it in. Like say pot extravagance is good for decks like say Evil Eye.
Well, no, here's the difference. Pot extravagance is card draw. This one's more card selection.
Or basically, I put Pot of Extravagance in Dinosaurs.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
You see, I get the fact that searching is better than drawing. Definitely, no question in my mind. But sometimes if you excavate cards, you're not always gonna get what you want. So things like, I don't know, maybe guys will make use of this, but I'm still in the same boat of it with extravagance. It's selective of what deck you're playing it in, and will just benefit some decks more, benefit some decks less. Overall, it's just a very mixed feelings kind of card.
Another thing that's also notable is if your opponent. Another thing is also you can actually play the card last if you really don't need anything.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Like for example, you can try to go into a combo, and then if you have full combo, great. You don't have to use the card until like the very end. But it's also like it has the 3 tactical talents thing where you can actually use the card to respond to your opponent trying to disrupt you.
Well, I mean,
you don't have to immediately use it. Like, a lot of people are probably going to be immediately using it in rogue decks.
Probably.
For, actual competitive play. Like, for example, Malefics might actually... I have a Malefic deck. I said this last stream. Malefic can actually use this card better than all the others. Well, not better than other decks, but better than the other cards.
Well, yes, but actually, no.
You see, the thing is, Malefics don't do a lot of drawing and searching ability, so I guess I see why that pot card would come to some use. Like, apart from, say, Selector, Territory, kind of, tuning, the trap, I don't remember the name. I think it's Malefic Tune, I don't remember.
Yeah, that's it.
But,
Malefic Tune.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So I guess I see why that pot card works in it, but at the same time, though, I guess the only search you can be doing outside of Selector. Because, well, I mean, if you activate it during the end phase or main phase, whatever. Since Malefics don't tend to do a lot of drawing for the most part, they just tend to search out their stuff, really. So I understand why you'd say the pot card works more. I'll be honest, you guys are going to question for this. I prefer Extravagance in Malefics than I do with this pot card.
And that's fine.
The reason I say that is because you're running 3 ofs anyway, plus...
Also, sorry, just want to cut in and say one thing.
What's that?
With the Banish card, you can pack more level 8 synchros into my extra deck. Because Malefic Paradigm's secondary effect. Once per turn, you can send 1 Malefic card from your deck to your graveyard. You can only attack with Malefic monsters for the rest of the the turn. Also, return one of your banished level 8 synchro monsters to the extra deck. Then you can special summon that monster from your extra deck.
That's true, actually. Yeah. And the reason I prefer Extravagance over that pot card in Buttocks is because even if you banish some copies of your Stardusts, your Paradox Dragons, your Cyber Dragons, you have parallel gear, the Paradox gear, anyway, to summon them alternatively. So even if I banish a couple Stardusts or whatever, I can still have parallel gear to banish instead of summoning it instead, because it's still treated as the requirement for whether it's summoning a Malefics, which is why I still prefer Extravagance in Malefics that I do with the new pot.
Okay.
Well, I was more talking about how you can cheat out monsters like Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon now with the deck.
Well, yeah, you can do that. You can still do that as well. It's just that
let me blue sky this.
Then Beal is the Diabolic Dragon of the Diabolic Dragons.
True, actually. Is what you're saying, Nuik?
I'm finding a thing real quick. Hold up.
Okay. Well, while he's looking into that, I'd like to reclaim. Oh, you lost someone.
Mimi left.
Oh. I guess Mimi had something to take care of?
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
Okay,
something you need to take care of.
All right, so I'm going to describe two magic cards to you, and I want you to tell me which one do you think is better.
Sure.
Which one?
Okay, so there's a card called Treasure Cruise. Okay, it's 7 and a blue, so it's 8 mana all up, but it's got Delve, meaning you can exile cards from your graveyard to pay for 1 of the cost. So it only ends up ever costing 1 blue mana. So let's just treat it as a 1 blue mana spell. So it costs 1 blue. It's a sorcery to draw 3 cards.
Okay.
Okay. So you pay 1 blue, draw 3. That's an insanely good ratio right there. The other card is gonna be Dig Through Time. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this one's got Delve as well. And it says, look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put 2 of them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So this one gets you 2 cards, but you can only look at the top 7, whereas the other one costs 1 but draws 3.
So we're talking about an additional draw at random or dedicated semi-search.
Yes.
At 1 less. Okay, that's extremely situational. But I guess if you know how to control your deck,
one
the
of them's
draws will be more better.
Probably the Searcher.
I'd say the draw card's probably the banned one.
No, Treasure Cruise is allowed in Legacy. Dig Through Time's banned.
I called it.
Nice. Okay.
Searching is way more valuable because you know what you're getting.
That's
the problem with Danger Dark World.
Is what makes it so strong.
Fair enough.
Hand advantage is something that you can easily keep up with in Legacy, but when that hand advantage is actually a combo piece, that's when those things become more asymmetric in terms of value that you're getting out of them.
Yeah, so...
Alright, so if I may reclaim, I want to get through this list of White Schwartz stuff real quick. Mob Psycho has been slated to drop on December 18th.
Oh, sweet.
Fate Grand Order Babylonia on January 22nd. ReZero Frozen Bond February 26th. Same with Magia Record. And we still haven't gotten confirmation on the dates, but Date A Live, Fate Stay Night Heaven Spiel, and Kaguya-sama Love is War are dropping soon. Which I don't even recognize that last one.
I should really get into White Schwartz more, to be honest, because I do want to look into it more, because I just took a fun game. Now I got Tabletop Simulator for accidental feet picks, it'll be a lot better.
Speaking of which, where is my Digimon TCG chat?
Oh, God.
Anashi?
Oh, my God. I'll make it for you when we're done.
To be fair, I would get into that game too, because I do like Digimon somewhat. I used to love the
anime.
Yeah, when I was a kid. Also, that's the little toys as well. I used to love those so much when I was younger. And I heard of getting a card game. I thought, when the hell did this come out? My friend told me about it a couple days ago. And, told me a while ago. Actually, more than a couple days, like a month or so ago, I believe. I can't remember. And I saw
it was already slated for its English release when the time you saw it.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, no, the game has been out since April. And they've been dangling it over us. All right, how much do they want it? How much do they want this game? It's because they would not give us an English release until September 4th.
I think I saw the English release was coming around, but I do remember liking the theory of it because I used to love the Digimon anime as a kid. Because then again, who the fuck didn't? Tori. But
hey, as I was about to sing the theme song, you mother.
My timing is good as always.
Yeah. All right. There's a couple of things I'm looking forward to coming out on TV wise. Basically, I don't know how much you guys are interested in Death Battle.
No,
Don't get me started. The fan base.
Once I got out of high school, Death Battle just lost its effect.
That's fair.
Yeah, once you became self-aware, Death Battle became less entertaining.
Well, the thing is, the next Death Battle is the one that I've been the most interested in. I'm sorry, go ahead. The next Death Battle is the one I'm the more interested in than anything else because it's...
Which one is it?
Red versus Blue.
Red versus Blue?
Oh,
what? Oh, why interested in that one?
Because I like Red versus Blue.
Okay.
That one and Agent Tex versus I think it's
the meta.
Name was Cortana. I forget. Those are the ones that kept my interest.
It's the meta versus Agent Carolina. We just lost Commando again. There he is.
I know Agent Tex is.
Sorry.
It wasn't Tex. It was Carolina.
Froggy.
Anyways, I've been a fan of Red versus Blue since the start. It's been off and on hilarious to watch, barring season 14. I try to avoid that one.
I never watched season 14, so
I never watched it.
There's like 3 episodes out of season 14 that I like.
Peter Death Battle.
But yeah, the red team versus the blue team is the next Death Battle, and it's supposedly their season finale. They would have released it sooner, but they wanted to give the Red versus Blue Zero a chance to have its own time in the sunlight, I guess. And I'm not interested in that show.
Yeah, neither.
I'll be honest with you. I know people will kind of either agree with me or disagree when I say this, but I think the fact that Wiz and Boom's like got actual character models, I find it better, if I'm being quite honest.
Oh yeah, Wiz and Boomstick actually in the yeah. I agree.
I'm looking forward to it, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to see some of the main characters end up dying because it's gonna feel different after.
I mean, I don't think it really matters too much here.
Also, I didn't like the end. I didn't like how the result of the Flash versus Sonic. I'm sorry, but I just do not agree with that.
We lost someone. Yeah, we lost Ritual.
What? Flash beating Sonic? Flash beats every Sonic. What are you talking about?
Well, I get the math was really hard to do for the Flash and everything, but I just don't agree with the fact that I'm gonna sound like a defensive fanboy. I know, but I don't agree with the fact that. Actually, I'm not gonna finish it. Actually, I'm too embarrassed to say it.
Okay, look, I can agree.
I
can agree with the idea that Flash could beat Sonic. My issue, I could agree with it if they explained it properly. My issue is that the Flash's absorption abilities, I don't think he had the potential to absorb Sonic's godly tier energy abilities. I don't think that's possible for him because I don't think I don't.
Yeah, that was a whole thing with Sonic.
Yeah, the reason why I wasn't gonna finish it is because I didn't think the Wally West Flash could beat Sonic. Well, I thought my sentence earlier is because I didn't think that Wally West could beat Sonic. I think Barry could if they used him, but I understand why he didn't.
Maybe.
Wally West is more of a prodigy, but here's the thing, all right? With Death Battle in general, they never scale consistently.
No.
They will take they will probably make
Super Saiyan halves your speed, guys.
We're gonna take their highest feat compared to his lowest feat. Yeah, okay, boys.
Well, to be fair, the math for Wally West in some cases was hard to do math, which I can forgive, but
I mean, they literally said that Archie Sonic is a fucking reality warper. You can't low scale a reality warper. They just do.
That's
Well,
true.
so was
actually.
ultrasonic.
I
in that.
considered that in my argument. To be fair,
I mean, yeah, obviously, but
hang
like,
on. Nontek,
it's a metaphorical thing.
Hang on. Nontek, what were you trying to say?
What was that?
What were you trying to say, Nontek?
Oh, I was saying that their scaling's never consistent.
Right, but you were trying to say something after that.
Well,
You're saying you could scale reality warping.
yeah. Well, after that, I was just like, well, with like you can lowball reality warpers because the way infinities stack, but that's going into like.
Okay, the math.
We don't
Okay,
want numbers. We don't want numbers in this Yu-Gi-Oh podcast.
I do have a
Get
question.
it out of here.
Okay, who had the question?
Is real pedantic.
Sarisa.
Who would actually win in a race? Sonic,
Flash.
the Flash, or Quicksilver?
Flash.
Sonic.
Flash, yeah, Flash.
Probably the
I'm
Flash
sorry,
because
Sonic has never outran reality.
ultrasonic.
Imagine of a robot chicken skin. You cannot outrun depression.
Oh God.
He outran death itself.
Hey, to be fair, Deadpool banged death. I think that's not exactly a good feat anymore.
Good point.
No, his own death, not the concept of death.
Still the same thing.
Fair.
He just outran it.
And I don't know if anybody
It
else.
wasn't the person death. It was I guess it was the concept. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I don't know if anybody else is interested, and I'm probably going to get persecuted for this. I'm a fan of Supernatural.
Never watched it. Can't say anything.
Their last
I haven't
episodes
seen
are
any of
airing.
those.
I don't watch Netflix.
I don't either. The internet exists
I'm
for a reason.
Well, the French do.
The internet.
What did you say about me?
It's because that one movie was the joke I was making.
Ah.
Yeah.
What? Ah, man. Okay, fuck the people who defended that movie. It's really that bad.
Yeah.
It's really that bad.
What
I
movie?
took a second.
It shall not be named. Just the fact that it involves minors.
Yeah, that movie was a joke. I don't know what the hell
It's
that
not even
was.
a joke. It's literally like,
What
why
movie?
isn't the director like just arrested?
Why
what
are
movie?
the people
Come
who
on.
approved it arrested?
Minors, Netflix. Come on.
Oh, I know what you're
Okay.
talking about. Let's not talk about
Alright.
that. Let's not talk about that.
I know. No, we're not talking
Yeah.
about the movie. We're talking about why no one got fucking charged for making the movie.
Because
Yeah.
it was a woman
Anyway.
and it's empowering and all
It's
that
not
good
empowering. It's like the
And-
complete opposite. It's
Hey,
degrading.
listen. Even though it appeals mainly to pedophiles, that's just
Can,
okay.
can we like?
Okay,
Like,
okay,
not bring this up anymore.
Hang on.
Don't defend. Why are you
it's Ruffy.
defending it?
Guys. Ruffytraffy decided to join us.
Yeah, and the worst
Yes,
time
let's change
ever.
the topic. Never
Yeah,
mind.
Let's
look.
just. I'm going to say this one bit, and then we're all going to just agree to disagree. Count Dankula. He spoke
Yeah.
badly of it, and I think we can all agree.
From Scotland.
Well, hang on,
He's correct.
dude. Dankula spoke negatively about the movie, and I think we can all agree that if Dankula of all people speaks negatively about a movie, we can all agree that it's bad. Can we just agree to
Well,
that?
To be fair, Count
Absolutely.
Dankula
If the
is
free
not
speech man says this isn't allowed, you know,
Even I don't know who this Count Dankula is, but
Oh
Get
my
out.
god.
Get out.
Okay.
He's from my
okay.
country. I support that man.
Okay. Hang on.
But
Commando, did you
Before
ever?
the mad lad,
Okay.
it's your boy, Rage Shadow Legends.
I'm
Okay.
going to kill you so much.
They better pay me for that. They better pay one of us for that. Okay, so Count Dankula is the guy who got famous for teaching his pet pug how to Nazi
Dude.
salute whenever somebody said "gas the Jews."
Stop my drink because of that.
And he got arrested for it because apparently people
I
found it
forgot he
offensive.
did that.
That's the whole reason he got famous.
Didn't PewDiePie do the same thing?
No, he said something far worse. And yet at the same time it wasn't. It's all based on interpretation. Point is, they both did stupid stuff, technically, if you want, but point is one of them got punished for it, the other one got bad publicity for like a month.
Yes. Anyways,
But, yeah, Dankula, ever since then, has gone on to make incredibly hilarious videos about the Mad Lads that existed throughout time, who have actually
You just like his
done
accent,
shit.
Nanashi.
Huh?
You just like his accent, admit it.
No, I like him. I think he's fucking hilarious.
The Scotsman gives in to you.
If I really want to talk about a Scottish accent, I'll talk about the Scotsman from Samurai Jack.
Okay, I'll give you that one. John DiMaggio did a good job of that one.
You got that right. Oh god, who keeps dinging?
What about Anderson from Helsing?
As an actual Scottish person, I approve of that.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
hello there. Tim Brick.
Anderson
Or,
from
never mind.
Helsing.
Hello, goodbye. Until next time, potatoes.
That's like our relationship, Tori.
Yeah.
Speaking of goodbye, I have to like go out to get food. It's not for me, it's for the family, so I have to unfortunately leave early.
Actually, we've already hit the 1 hour mark, so we're probably going to be ending soon anyways.
Yeah.
Wait, we hit the 1 hour mark already?
Yeah. I mean, we're at 1 hour 6 minutes. It's been pretty fun. Like, it's been pretty energetic
I'll
today.
just stick around till it ends, and if you're gonna end soon anyway.
Yeah, might as well. But yeah, I didn't really have much else to talk about. Ruffy mentioned playing video games possibly after the cast, and he mentioned Among Us.
Nice.
I've been playing the hell out of that.
I'm down for that. You guys.
I've been doing
with
that
the boys.
I'll need to download it back again. I actually had to change out the hard drives on my laptop recently. I just got a solid state hard drive. I just got a solid state hard drive, and it's amazing. I have to thank my wife again for that.
What kind is it?
It's a solid state hard drive, 500 gig. I think the writing speed's like a gig. But I need a bigger one.
That is pornography for me right there.
I need a bigger one, honestly. I need one that's like a tera.
Or it could be your boy, Raid Shadow Legends.
Nah, but dead ass, I really kind of need a new computer because the old one won't let me upload Paint Tool Sci onto it.
I heard the new look in that accent.
Cause my cousin forgot that my cousin forgot to tell me the administrator passcode, and he would refuse to tell me. And now that he left, he forgot it. My cousin's the type of person, he will refuse to tell you anything until it is necessary or too late.
Oof, I feel that.
Oh, I hate that.
Sounds
I need it now. You either tell me now, or I'm going to throw this thing at your face. I mean, I didn't say that loud, did I?
Speaking of games, that reminds me of Nanashi. We got a battle again later, because that's one of the quests I got for Go.
Oh, yeah, right. I started playing
Lugia event.
I started playing Pokemon Go again. There's this guy in my local Ingress community who has completely ruined my ability to enjoy the game. I put weeks of effort into building up these amazing things, and he comes through and demolishes it in 2 minutes every single day for a week. I have to stop. So I picked Pokemon Go up again, and all the changes they've done in the last 2 years are amazing.
Oh, I have a kid at my locals. We call him Lucky due to the fact that he will buy 4 packs. All those packs will be ultras and secrets.
Okay, well, amazing for him.
Yeah, I'd say.
Okay, so I think this seems like a good point to end on.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I've been your host, Anashi, and this has actually been a surprisingly fun and good podcast compared to our previous episodes.
Yeah, I figure out Bella has a foot fetish for tabletop simulator players.
Expect more funnies in the future.
Especially for me, because I am the only funny one here.
Yeah, okay.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that. I'm sure someone other than you will believe.
I'm here now.
Alright, before we end, there's something I want to say.
Yeah?
What?
I don't know if there's anyone who watches this that has any, like, connections to people who work on Pokemon Go, but please make it so that way we can trade with people who aren't next to us. It's so annoying.
Tell me
that you have to
about
be,
it.
like, in the same room.
Have you tried spoofing? It's a magical thing.
It's not about evolving the Pokemon. It's about trading them to people. Like, I want to trade my Riolu to Nanashi because I'm not going to use it, but he would.
Are you kidding me? My wife's a Riolu. Of course I want to have my wife with me on my companion journey.
Sad thing is you can't trade shiny, so if I had caught that, it would be even worse.
All right. Well, this has been a fun. This has been pretty fun. I think this seems like a good point to end on. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. This podcast is amazing fun, and it's only for the people in my server exclusively who actually try to be active. And that's all you really got to do to be part of it. Just be active.
Wow. Try to be active.
And don't
Where's my
forget the
Digimon chat,
waffle.
Nanashi?
I'll make it for you. Give me a few minutes.
So wait, what deck is it?
Oh god.
Oh god. I'm cutting it here. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.
Adieu.